Robin.
And I'm Julie.
We're two mamas who love inspiring healthy living.
After facing family health challenges and seeing how natural solutions transformed our lives, we are determined to help other mamas thrive, not just survive.
What if feeling awesome is possible for you and your family?
Come along with us on our natural journey. Oh, yeah.
Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Julie.
Welcome to our podcast,
Helping Mamas Thrive.
Oh, we forgot to decide on the topic before we... Okay, today's topic is about castor oil, but let's come up with a good name.
Ooh.
Did we already say deeper healing with castor oil? That's the name of the class, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do
Sweet. I love that.
So deeper healing with castor oil. So we have a special guest today, but before we start, let's do an oil.
Yay.
So if you're listening, I'm sending you the frequency.
Yay.
If you're watching, I picked Valor. Dee, have you ever done Valor?
I love Valor. One of my favorites.
Well, it smells particularly good today.
Oh, it does. So for those of you that are listening, we're deeply inhaling this Young Living Valor.
Our 3 times. We're deeply inhaling it. Right. All right. So today we have a special guest, Diana Seth, aka Dee. She goes by Dee, and she runs a Facebook group called Natural Creator. That's how I met her. And it's all about castor oil. But she has a great, she's a great story about how her view on healing. And that's what we're going to talk about today. All things castor oil.
Yay!
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast. It's a true honor.
You're welcome. So tell our listeners and viewers how you got started into natural health.
Well, it all started when I had my babies. My little one got had an allergy, and that's when I woke up. I said, hey. So I woke up and I started just becoming more and more non-toxic living. I discovered Young Living is too, and I started with the oils as well. And so I just started getting more and more into the research. And, I just started conquering this whole figure of saying, hey, natural's better. So that's how everything started.
Awesome. Your babies are lucky that you learned it so early. We always tell.
Comes to me and says, Mama, I'm in pain. Can you roll on this oil or whatever? Or Mama, I have a boo-boo. And that's my number one goal.
Awesome. How old are the kids?
My eldest is turning 13.
Wow.
Nice.
And the other one is 10, 7, and 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The teen years do get harder with the oiling. I feel like the elementary years, they're a little bit more amenable.
Mm-hmm.
Middle schoolish age is when they're like,
right.
I'm not so sure about this.
But then trickery comes in and you just hug them more and you sit next to them. They smell your hair and you become, I guess, more of a human diffuser to them.
Yes,
definitely. We love to tell people tricks.
Yes.
I love it.
I know. My daughter caught on. The newest thing that, Jonathan caught on. He said, when you say maybe, that usually means no.
Or we'll see.
Brilliant.
And I remember Ella saying that when she was little to me.
Yeah.
But it usually ends up being no. Anyway, my oldest son, he has autism. I never have to trick him for oils. He lets me do all kinds of stuff. He loves them. But he won't leave the house without Digi's in his belly button. And some days he's like in a big hurry, but he will not leave without some basics. And I muscle test him every night. So last night he actually tested for the whole raindrop. Usually he doesn't.
Yeah.
So it took longer. I was like, oh, you're getting all of them tonight.
I love it. I love that he innately knows that is good.
Yeah.
And that is so cool.
Yeah. So tell us, go ahead. Sorry, Dee.
Thank you for oil babies. I think oil babies are much more educated on it because they know that natural is the way to go. And that's really good to actually educate our little young ones, from a young start. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's important to educate them on food, natural health, all kinds of things, chemicals.
Yeah.
My son can tell you. Yes,
time,
absolutely.
bath time is a big staple in our home too, in detoxing. So
Yeah.
Bath time?
Yeah. Bathroom. You said bathroom or bath time?
like bath time when we do our baths, we do the detoxing with the bentonite clay and oils and Epsom
Wow.
salt and all that good stuff. So it's good
That's
to
awesome. I know we
yeah.
always tell people to make it into a routine.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would like to know how you started using castor oil. Like what made you start with it?
Yeah. So pain is a big issue in our home. I also have my mama living with me. So she's older and we've been trying a lot of remedies to help her because I was trying to, get her from over-counter meds that's toxicating her liver and her kidneys. And also my little ones, like they have a fever or something going on. I always wanted to go towards the natural healing. So we started using castor oil in our home for pain remedies, and we saw that it was helping. And it was like, hey, I don't have to take Tylenol and Advil as much anymore. And then the more and more she used it, the more relief she got. So we got smart and we said, hey, oils, essential oils, these things go together very well. God created them for us to use. And Genesis 1:29 states it in the Bible. I don't know if you guys are big on it. I am. I'm a Jesus loving gal, and God created these for us to use, and I truly believe it with all my heart because I've seen testimonies, I've seen it helping my family. So to God be the glory for that.
Awesome. So let's take a step back because I forgot to ask because you are a natural health care practitioner. So do you want to tell everybody what you do real quick?
Yeah, so I went in myself, and so I did 3 years of nursing. I was supposed to go in to finish my nursing school, school to get in the system. I didn't drop out. I left the system because my dad got sick with cancer and I just couldn't go through that. I didn't have the stomach for it anymore. So I just went the natural path kind of way. So that's when I did my certifications and started using these beautiful methods that God gave us to use.
That's amazing. Do you see patients now?
No, I do not. So basically, I'm just there to guide people. If they need any help, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just a health coach. So basically, if they need, hey, questions or concerns or whatever, I tell them you have to talk to your doctor, your holistic doctor, and make sure that these remedies are right for you because people just like to jump on the train, but they need to get educated before they start. So
Right.
Yeah. So can you tell us what castor oil is?
Yes, so castor oil comes from the castor bean plant, aka Ricinus communis, and it's known to help. It's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. It helps hair growth, helps with pain. It helps nails grow really strong. Skin, it's a beautiful moisturizer for the skin. It helps wrinkles. When combined with different essential oils, it makes it more powerful. But it's a unique, very God-given blessing for us to use on this earth. And it's also known as the palm of Christ, aka Palma Christi. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Once you start educating yourself about this oil, it's remarkable. It's amazing. So I highly recommend you getting on it, like just educating yourself on it. It's just wow. I'm actually making a book right now on it. So
Nice.
happy about that.
If you're just watching on YouTube and you can't, I mean, if you're listening and not watching Dee's face when she talks about the castor oil, it's amazing.
Yep.
She's so excited about it.
Excited.
And
thousands of people, the testimonies I get daily, it just makes my faith even stronger. And I guess the calling of the Lord making me want to do this and pushing me to do it, I feel like pushing me to tell the world, hey, I created plants and vegetables and fruits for your body. Get back to that, because people are just so into the Western medicine and they're believing. I understand it. I'm not against it, but there's so many other options out there that actually could not give that whole side effects and risk versus benefit. I'm not really into that risk versus benefit thing, so why not just go the natural way where there's no risks and you just have to be educated on how you're using it in order to be able to pertain that healing remedy and method.
do you find, I mean, I feel like people are scared to use natural means because they've just been, brought up on the
Yes.
traditional means. So like, how do you overcome that with people?
I just tell them to use it. Use it, try it. It's a natural remedy. It can't do any harm to you. So a lot of, honestly, on my platforms, I have over like 300 something thousand people and followers, right? So they come to me daily and they tell me, hey, thank you for putting this out there. I never thought it could help, but my pain is gone. Like, I have daily testimonies that make me cry. Like, I had extreme sciatica pain and I was using my castor oil packs and my pain is gone. Like, if I do have spasms, I just slap on my pack or oil and my pain is gone. It's the only oil that penetrates deep into the skin and the tissues out there. So a lot of oils don't do that. This is like the only oil that does that.
Can you explain what a castor oil pack is, please?
Yes. So it could be either a cotton towel that you make or a cloth or a compress that you could purchase. And you just put the oil on it. The oil sits on that pack longer on your body than having it be absorbed quickly into the epidermis. So basically, when you're putting this castor oil pack on your body, it sits there for longer periods where the body could take the oil and go into the deep layers of the skin and go into the tissues, go into the organs and go into the bones and give that natural healing and give that natural tone that the body needs.
So you're saying the penetration of that is better than an essential oil?
A little bit better, yes.
So it just like goes deeper. I mean, when we put the oil on, we know it goes into our bloodstream. So you're saying it goes like into the
26 seconds to go into the bloodstream. Where this oil could sit there all night and it just does its magic. For me, I'm working on my fibroid healing. It's been a hassle because ever since I had my 4th child, they removed my tubes. So I trusted the system. I said, okay, let's remove my tubes, but I've been having haywire up and down menstrual cycle issue now where I'm bleeding heavily. And all they're just telling me, hey, let's just remove your uterus. Let's remove everything. I'm like, why would you do that? Leave me alone. So right now I'm on the journey of healing myself. I mean, not myself, with God's grace. And I'm just doing the castor oil packs down on my lower abdomen, pubic bone area every night. And even if I forget the packs, I just submerge myself with oil. I like 2 tablespoons of oil on my abdomen and just massage it in and I sleep. And it even helps you sleep better. So it's remarkable.
Yeah, I read about that. I healed my polycystic ovary disease with food and supplements, etc. But I had read about that just recently about the castor oil packs. And then we do muscle testing. That's one of the things we do. And in my muscle test, I muscle tested for castor oil for my eyes. And I tried to put a pack on my eyeballs all night and it like seeped through the thingy I didn't do it right. So I've just been putting oil like on my
ab and just massage it in onto the eye or bedtime and you'll be able to sleep better. I've heard from other people that it helped dry eyes and floaters and cataracts it's pretty cool. I even had a testimony lady saying she went to the DMV and was able to take her test without her glasses. Her eye vision improved, which is like, wow, what a remarkable oil.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Right. Like all the natural things do that.
I'm wondering, so like essential oils that are not created equal, is it the same way in the castor oil world?
Yes. And for everybody, results vary. You cannot expect the same results as other people have. And I always say that. Like a lot of people ask me, hey, how long does it take? I don't know your body. Your body takes time to work with certain, elements, certain essential oils, certain foods. It just takes time. But consistency and patience, that's what I always tell them. That's how natural remedies work with our bodies. It takes time.
Sure. So would you recommend a particular brand of castor oil, or is there any more that are healthier or less processed? Or
my number one recommendation is hexane-free, organic, cold pressed. in a glass bottle. Never ever do the plastic, because castor oil likes to extract all toxins from plastic and everything it touches.
Okay.
I have a recommendation. I love Blissful Organics. That's my number one recommendation. I am their ambassador and their co-founder, so it's pretty awesome. We've had testimonies of healing on this oil like no ever, and it's amazing, and I highly recommend it. But they're a Christian faith family as well, so we pray on all the oils that go out to our customers, and they're happy about that.
What is it called again?
Blissful Organics, or
Great.
Blissful Cosmetics.
Isn't there something also about the glass being brown or something?
Yes, amber. Yes.
Amber.
Okay.
Well, if people have it in a white glass, it's fine, but just store it in a cool place where the sun doesn't hit it. Or the amber glass is fine as well, because it doesn't let the light seep in and all that stuff.
I just wonder if people would go, like, whenever we have oil classes, we're like, they're not created equal. And so, quality does matter.
Yes.
Don't go to, the local store and like buy frankincense or whatever it might be.
Yes.
So this is a great resource. We'll put a link in the show notes for people. As far as the packs go, are all those created equal, or do you have?
They're not. You have to make sure that there are organic as well, the inside, at least the pack where the oil sits on. And we also have that in the shop as well for Bliss for Organics. They have like compresses for the thyroid, for the body, for the neck, for the knees and foot. But yeah, they have a lot of great variations of products there for people. And they have also, I don't know if you're really big on cayenne, but cayenne pepper is the king of the earth family. So they also have a rub with castor oil and cayenne pepper together that helps with chronic pain. And also I've heard people get healed for their neuropathy of the feet. Yeah.
So is the different packs for the different parts of your body, what is the difference? Is it a difference in material? Why would you buy thyroid?
Cotton flannel is very good. Cotton is number one option, because you don't want anything else. So some people use wool. I'm kind of iffy about wool because it's just not it's not easy to wash. But cotton is easy because I like to submerge them when I wash my packs. I like to submerge them in baking soda and vinegar for like 2 to 3 hours in hot water. Let it sit like in a little bucket that you put in only for that. And then people can wash normally after they do their packs, submerging in the ocean.
Yeah.
So much oil in there, so much oil in. You don't want it washing normally, because it's gonna start staining a lot of clothes because it's oil. So.
Right. So if you did a pack, like how much oil do you put on the pack?
So it depends. So 1 to 3 tablespoons depending on the area. So let's say for thyroid, I usually do like 1 tablespoon, and I literally like spread out evenly, and then I put it on the neck. For the abdomen, 3 tablespoons. You put it evenly on the pack in the middle, and then you spread out evenly. Put it on the abdominal area. For the knee, depending if they want to do around the knee, I'll do 1 to 2 tablespoons, spread out evenly, and then put it around the knee. For the foot as well, 1 tablespoon is enough because it's such a small area. So it all depends on the area you're treating. But you don't want to do too much, because people could get detox symptoms. A lot of people say, I want to submerge my body. And I'm like, no, do not do that. Like oils, you do get detox symptoms if you overuse your oils. And it's the same. So I always tell them a little oil goes a long way. And it does, because it's penetrating oil. So a little bit, it does a very good thing.
That's really good. And so, if you're one of our clients, we can muscle test you for how much, for sure. If not, just go slow, like you would with essential oils. You want to go slow.
Right.
I'm going to come out there. I need a muscle testing.
Yes, we can. Actually, we do it virtually. We can do it virtually.
Yeah.
We do it quantumly.
Really? Oh, okay, let's do that. We got to talk about that.
All right, cool. So,
How did you grow this business and grow to like you said you have 300,000 followers?
Yeah,
or
in total of my page, on my page, I'm at 140. People are just waking up. I think through
wow.
this whole COVID thing, a lot of people woke up, and so
Yeah.
they want more natural. They want to go into that whole realm.
Right. That's so encouraging. That's really encouraging. And you do it on a variety of topics, or is
I do
Castor Oil one?
I do a lot of topics, but my priority right now is teaching people about castor oil. And I think a lot of the world right now, because imagine I had videos. Sorry, excuse me. Have you heard of Barbara O'Neill, Miss Barbara O'Neill?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so she's a really cool guru, Christian faith lady about castor oil and all these natural remedies. And I've met her at one of her seminars, and ever since then I've like been like, wow, like, you know, I want to be like her. She's amazing. But it's a marvelous thing to do, because when you see you're posting online and people are just coming back and saying, oh my gosh, my grandma used to do this. Oh my gosh, my grandpa used to do this. Like, we need to get back to our roots. Our ancestors used to do this, you know, so it
Yeah.
tells you something.
Historically, how far does it date back? Like when was it?
Okay, so I could tell you, if you guys are big on the Bible, in Jonah, God gave Jonah the castor bean plant. In the Bible, it's translated as the gourd. But if you look it up in the old Jewish Bible, it states that it's the castor bean plant. It's just translated to gourd. And I was like, wow, God, this is amazing. It goes
Wow.
back from Jonah. So it could be like, what, 4,000, 5,000 years ago? I don't know exactly, but it's in the Bible. And if you look it up in the old Jewish Bible, if you Google it, you'll see it. It's amazing. And a lot of the people are like, wow, that's astonishing. I'm like, it is. It truly is.
That's so cool. I love it. That is really good.
People are always astonished when I tell them that the oils are in the Bible.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, they're right there.
Baby Jesus oil, frankincense. That's like, and myrrh and all these
I
beautiful
know.
healing oils.
It's so
He
good.
gave them all.
Yeah.
He gave them all to us.
Yeah, we have taught a healing oils of the Bible class, and also we did a holy anointing oil. Well, we didn't do it, but one of our friends did. It was like a 40-minute, and it was is a process, and it was amazing to see. So cool.
Bet. It's beautiful. And when you get on that spiritual side, it's just, you don't want to get out of there anymore. You want to stay there.
Right. Yep. I mean, you can, even on day to day though, people can be spiritual with the oils, right? So you said that the company says prayers for the customers. Like when you are applying the castor oil to yourself or your kids, are you saying a prayer in your mind?
Pray over it every single time everything, because God says pray over everything you put in your body or touch your body. And I believe in that. And we pray about it all the time. Every single thing, element or medication or anything I put in my mouth, I always pray, because I ask for the Holy Spirit and his blood to cover it and to take anything that's bad out of it and prevent from me to get that healing. I accept the healing that he gives me. So that's how I pray about it. Yes.
That's interesting. I mean, even when I put some oils on, especially the wheat germ that I was using just when Jonathan bit me, like then I also tell my body, yes, I say a prayer, but I also tell my body it's okay to heal, or, positive things like you are repairing as we speak, or like, just live
positive vibes. Yes, ma'am. Positive vibes. We have to feed our mind and brain, saying that and say, yes, we can. God can heal us, and he will heal us. And that's how I see it. I'm very spiritual when it comes to this stuff. Like, I could give you so many testimonies that brought me to tears, and my family as well. Like, I had a lady, I'm not going to mention her name because for privacy reasons, but she had her daughter she called me. I mean, she wrote me one night and she said, I'm in a desperate situation. I want to see if you could help me. I said, how can I help you? And she goes, my daughter has a lump on her throat. She's only 6 years old or 7 or something like that. And I said, oh my God, let's pray. So I said, I'm going to pray for you. And I believe in the Lord that he's going to heal you, but you're going to have that faith too. When you're going to put this oil on every night, I want you to say a prayer as a mother and believe in it that he will help, help the situation of her throat. And she was waiting. I guess they were supposed to go to the doctors to get like I don't know. They said that there's nothing wrong, but that lump was there. So the mom was very frustrated and now she wanted to know what's going on. So she got our oil and she did what I told her to pray. And she called me a week after and she said the lump is gone. And it was there for a while. She said the lump is gone. God is so good. I said, girl, he does miracles every day, but we just have to trust in him. And the methods that he gives us, this is probably one of the ways he wants us to heal, but he wants to trust and test our faith and how much trust we have in him. That's what I believe.
Tell us a couple more testimonials. I think people would like to hear.
Oh gosh, so many. So I had another lady saying she had like a calcification of her shoulders where she had to go get steroids in the shoulder and she couldn't even lift it up. After 2 weeks or 3 weeks of using the oil, she was able to lift up her hands without any pain. I had another lady on our group saying she had very bad sciatica pain where she couldn't really drive or do a lot of stuff with sitting down positions and all that good stuff or sleeping. She's been using oil for a few weeks or months and she's walking, she's driving long periods, she doesn't have pain anymore. I've had testimonies of cataracts being healed. Like I said, driving, she's able to drive. Like she said, another one said, I was driving at night. I thought I had my glasses on, but I got home, I looked in the mirror. I was like, wait, I didn't have my glasses. I just realized I didn't have glasses on. Testimonies of cysts being removed. What is it? The Baker cyst behind the knee being removed. Hair growing. Kidney stones being dissolved. My husband's ear, his tendinitis resolved. He put some oil on a swab and swirled it in the ear at bedtime and his buzzing subsided. So he was really happy about that. He's like, what? I've had it for a long time. I thought, am I gonna get healed? But he was able to find his healing too. Pain of hip pain, neuropathy. I could just go down a huge list of how it's very versatile. That's what's awesome about it. Like that's all essential oils are. That's how this oil is too. And it's just to God be the glory for his beautiful healing methods for us.
But does it matter the location? Let's say you had the tinnitus, but you put the oil on your chest. Would it still work?
No. So it has to be put on the exact area that you're treating. Because see, I know how the oils are. They have like the certain feet and areas and heart and fingers and all that stuff, touch points. But this one you have to put it on exactly the area that you're treating. Or near the area you're treating. Like for the ear, some people don't want to put it in the ear, so they put it on like at the ear lobe here or behind the ear, and then massage it, and they could get healing as well that way.
Okay,
I love it. So would you say, like when we say that we can oil 3 ways, we can inhale them, we can put them on topically, we can take them internally. Would you say that there are ways for this, like you can put it on the pack or you can apply it directly? Is there any other way?
Exactly. So a lot of people would tell me, hey, I used to take castor as a child. My grandma used to give it to me as a tablespoon and it would help me with I am not a big fan of doing that because it does cause intestinal lining irritation when taken internally. And that's why a lot of people give the kids back then to ease with constipation. It causes diarrhea. So taking it internally, I do not, recommend, but only as topically, externally application, topically on the skin or as compress. That's the one I recommend. If people want to take it internally, they have to do research, ask their doctor. Some doctors say, hey, yeah, take it. But I like to stay safe and just I don't want you having diarrhea.
Right.
So, yeah.
And would you say, do you have to have any temperature for the pack to be more effective, like warm or cold?
Your body heat is enough, but some people do add the heat pad, like the heat pads on there. I recommend just your body heat, and when you're sleeping, for example, I like to use it during sleep. So I always put my blanket on, and that heat from my body with the blanket is enough to help penetrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Very interesting.
That's great.
And don't some people combine essential oils with the castor oil?
Yes, they do. Frankincense with castor oil. It makes an amazing face anti-wrinkle serum. And I also have that on the shop. It's known as Nature's Natural Botox.
Wow, that is
A lot
super
of
cool.
ladies said that they ditched their expensive makeup routine and facial creams for this serum, and I highly recommend it. Adding frankincense, if you want to use your own, you do 1 ounce of castor oil and 5 drops of frank, and add some other amazing oils in there that you like as your preference, and you'll make a good serum. What else?
Do you prefer to use it at a certain time of the day? Like you said, you like to go to sleep and put it on.
Yes, I apply it 30 minutes or an hour before bed, because you want it to, absorb. You don't want the stickiness, and just a few drops does a really good thing to your skin already. And then I also recommend doing it before, like right now I have it under my makeup, just to get that good bite and give that softness to my skin. As a 38-year-old, I'm starting to see wrinkles too, so it's starting to help, get rid of these little lines, and I'm trying my best.
So the 5 drops of frank and 1 ounce castor oil. So how much would you actually put on your face? Like just a drop?
A few drops, yeah, just a few drops.
Okay.
You just store it in like a little glass container and oil up at bedtime. And you'll see a lot of ladies are saying, wow, this is amazing. Like my skin, you could tell after a month or two. But consistency and patience, it could even help remove dark spots. But you have to be consistent. I had one here and it was very, very dark. You can see just a shadow now. I'm working on my shadow. So
That's amazing.
it was pretty dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we are at the Living Tree for people and pets. Have you ever used any application for pets before with castor oil?
I haven't, but I've heard testimonies on dogs that they've used it, like for little cysts or growths or something like that, and they've seen their little cysts or growths, dissolve, because it's known to help dissolve various of growths. That's what I've heard, and I've heard testimonies too. So that's my goal right now, is my fibroids. So I'll get back to you in a few months to let you know how that goes.
Yes,
please.
Yes, that'd be great.
I've had to work on that too, but I think they're gone, but I haven't gone back for an ultrasound to check.
Right.
Yes, ultrasound, I need it. That's gonna be my friend in the next month or two again.
Well, do you have so if a mama is listening to this, what advice would you give them if they're just starting out?
Research mamas as much as possible. So I don't want you to over compromise their immune system. Look for natural remedies. The remedies are amazing. Stay away from, over the counter meds, because it's just gonna, deteriorate their gut. They need to have a good probiotic. They need to be out in the sun, travel with them a lot, spend a lot of time with them, loving, telling them about Jesus, and heal naturally. Please look into being natural mama, because you're going to thank me later. You're going to love that, because being natural mama is just going to prolong their life. That's what I see it. So
that brings up a good point. So do you have any suggestions for those pregnant mamas? Is this a safe thing for them to do?
Exactly. No. So they need to stay away from castor oil. It could literally help make them go into labor.
Okay.
This
pregnant
used to be
mamas.
Yeah, okay. Back in the day, like 100 years ago, they would make them go into labor with castor oil. They would drink it and get them to go into labor. So I tell them, do not even use it. If you do want to use it as a moisturizer on your face, that's fine, because you're only using a few drops, but do not add it to your body, because that's going to go into your bloodstream. It's going to say, hey, let's go into labor. So you don't want to, even if it's not being ingested, it's still going into your bloodstream. So you want to stay away.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you do use it on little babies or little tiny little ones, little drops in your palm of your hand for stomach pain. Apply it to the belly. For sleepless night, I usually do it on my little one's feet, like 2 drops in my palm, and I just massage her feet and helps her sleep very well. So with peace and calming, I add it with peace and calming. And Valor is beautiful too. That's one of my favorite oils.
Awesome. Well,
Fabulous.
Dee, thank you for the wealth of
Yeah.
knowledge that you shared.
Yeah,
I know
of
a lot of
course.
people will look into your company and to using castor oil as one of their things in their toolbox,
For
right?
sure. And do you have recipes and things like that online as well?
On the group on Castor Oil Let's Heal Together on Facebook. It's over 170,000 people in there. I give recipes. I try to answer as many questions I can. I'm very personal in my group, very personal, one-on-one. And I will be having a Telegram podcast and account in the next week. I highly recommend that. I will give you information on that when I do get my Telegram getting started and running. But right now we have the group and my page, and I'm always giving recipes and I'm always giving love on there. But
Fabulous. Yes, please update us on that so we can add that to the show notes when it comes up.
and I would love to get my ladies to know you and to follow you guys and
Awesome.
get you, I want them to come and do muscle testing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a good tool. It's so useful.
It really just prevents the guessing and, you just ask the body. So, I mean, all these principles are what you believe. God created our bodies and they were meant to heal, and we just are translators of like what the body needs, because our subconscious actually knows what our body needs. And so we just ask the body and it tells us, and it's magnificent. And, just like you were saying, some people instantly feel something and other people, it takes a while.
Exactly.
And like Julie says, this healing stuff is not for weenies.
Yep, that's
No,
our
it's not. You have to have patience.
It's very hard. It's very hard sometimes.
It is, but it's such a blessing because we are building, when we do heal naturally, our bodies learn and they grow in intelligence. Like, oh, I've seen this before. I know how to handle it, versus being paralyzed when something comes in because the body has no idea. Like, I don't know what to do. We'll just like wait until something comes to save it. So this is such a wonderful tool. We are super excited to share this with a lot of people. So I think we're going to have an upcoming class so we can share more information about this and point them to you. I certainly will be visiting your site so I can get on this castor oil train. And thank you for praying over your customers. That's wonderful.
Of course. And you know what? I'm going to send you guys some oil. I really love for you guys to get on it. Yes, I will send it to you guys as soon as we get off the podcast. I'll send it. I want you guys to see it, to taste it. To get a taste personally on your hands. Like, that's what I meant, not taste it. But
yeah, we knew. All right. Thank you, Dee.
Thank you.
So our listeners, if you like this, please share it, like it, subscribe.
Yep.
Those kinds of things.
All those things. Send it to your friend. We got to spread the word.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Thank
Have
you.
a good
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. And if you want to support our show, give us a 5-star rating.
To learn more about our practice, visit athelivingtree.com.